Aw, isn't this a wonderful scene? It won't last very long. Hi. Hello. We're back at it again. More AI stuff. Since I finished Disc 2, like I did with the end of Disc 1, we're going to look at actually the rest of the Legend of Dragoon focused AI remake and concepts and just kind of look at them and pick them apart because, as I said in my post, this week has been tough, and then I was beginning to look through what we had to look through for finishing this off, and went, yeah, these weirdly cheer me up, and I think it's because I'm doing the fun little criticism business that I usually kind of do with this. I'm gonna put back on the music. Actually, that's fine with me. Here we go. Because, yeah, I'll repeat my stance on this. A lot of people are kind of looking for a potential remake to Legend of Dragoon, and I am not one of them. Because when it comes to it, I just don't see how feasible it could possibly be. I can see where they could add things for the sake of it, which could potentially bloat things. I can see where they could fix things, but I don't really know if I actually even want those fixes or not. I'd rather just have nothing. Anyway, this is going to be the last ones there because, frankly, the well kind of stopped pretty soon after. There was a lot of Disc 1 stuff, but when it comes to Disc 2 and beyond, we get like halfway through Disc 2. And then after that, there really isn't just nothing. Like, there's a little bit of Disc 3 stuff just for the sake of characters. But unless something magically pops up, just like the deluge of new stuff through AI just shows up there's not going to be much else for the foreseeable future. The most recent thing I was able to find was from 4 months ago? And that's it. All right. I don't think this is going to be as long as the last one either, because there's not much to show. But as a palate cleanser for the end of this, in my own very scuffed way, I want to show what actual real things have come out of Legend of Dragoon in the past. I will just say, hey, did you know there was merchandise? You know, it's super hard to find. But yeah, there is. So let's get started, shall we? All right, let's turn you off. So first things first, we have a bunch of trailers that we have to go through. Now that we've seen a majority of the characters, there's still one character really that we have not seen yet, who is in Disc 3, but we might as well just pass through everything as we go. So again, really nice shot that we have right here in this still. Now we have to give it movement. And again, I want to just like start and stop these things, but ooh. I have to take a look and see how long ago this was. Ship. Oh, good job. So again, this is technically Disc 3 stuff. Oh boy. is also a trailer that has no definitive stopping point, so I gotta stop it there before moving on to the next thing. Okay, so bit by bit, let's go through it again and see what's going on. So we got Dart in the middle of somewhere, and then he gets up, but then it has a cut there. Like, I think that was the only thing it was able to generate, and then he just had to, like, hallucinate of going, like, where's the next part going? I really can't even say where the background is even supposed to be. It could be a Disc 3 location if it's the mountain that they go to. Also nondescript moon. The fire that just comes out of nowhere. That it goes and hits the front line of the whole thing. Like, okay, God, it hit. Yeah, it hits them, and then it's like, okay, actually makes impact. See that again. Okay, shots coming up from there. Immediately switches downward. And that's supposed to be the head commander, I guess. Like, and again, it's trying to figure out what it's trained off of, because I see that helmet. And those helmets are a dime a dozen. Alright, there's Lavitz, sort of. Like, this is supposed to be the fight with Lloyd. Although, they're giving Lavitz a lot of credit. Of going like, oh, I was able to dodge against the flaming sword. That's definitely not the Dragon Buster. Cut to the Phantom ship with Haschel on it. Skeletons enter. And then, yeah, no gravity to what's going on here. It's just whoosha. Goodbye. They're done. And I've said before that there's so many different renditions of Rose in AI because they really don't know how to perceive it. And again, we're going to look at that series again like we did last time, where it's like, yeah, they kind of nailed a decent depiction of Rose because everything else is like being trained on Asian characters. Which makes it a little bit rough. Oh, this scene here. We haven't seen this. This is Disc 3 stuff. With the destruction of the city there. But this scene here is just like dang bonk. Like this dang dragon. Unavoidable chin move. That's all I have to say with that. Unavoidable chin move. Whee! Bonk. Whee! Bonk. So prompt. Dragon destroying building. And it's like, yeah, that's good enough. I got Meru. Except Meru is being trained on like just that last little bit there. Yeah. Being trained on wrong things there. This is what will look like if any of the Hoyoverse games had a collaboration. And Meru is a playable character. Which is you. And then this shot of Shauna just no-scoping. No-scoping the bow. What's over there? What's over to her left? And then the bow's like broken. Like it's all twisted over on that side. I'm like, okay, it just goes and blends into the body because it doesn't know what is in front of it anymore with lack of object permanence. That string just goes weird. Yeah. It just gets pulled into the quiver. Which yeah, so this is supposed to be Albert. And he swings the lance and it goes right through his body. Wouldn't that be amazing to be able to do that? Like, instead of just like weirdly putting it around your body, that was able to just phase right through it? That would be great. Oh god, this shot. Oh yeah. Like whoop. Okay, once again. You can see that going. So the arrow goes out, slides back in. It doesn't get fired. It just... See that whole thing. Shoot. Whee! You did it. You did it. Good job. Good job. And then lastly, this. Not what this is supposed to be. The thing that this reminds me of, weirdly enough, is the bone prison from Diablo 2. It's got that same kind of... Got that same kind of form to it. There's a lot more to it than the bone prison would, but this is not what that's supposed to be. And then weirdly ends with Kongol. It looks kind of okay if... Ugh. Thank God. Just lifts it. It's like, yeah, he's fine. Just have no idea what to do with him. Just no idea. All right, so that's... Yeah, that's what is considered a trailer when you can make them. Got a few more, but I'm going to leave the... We're going to do one more, but I'm going to leave the last one for a little bit later. Because then we have this 2025 trailer, which was... Wait, when was the last one done, actually? It was done 10 months ago. It was done in June. It was released. Whereas this next one here from 2025... No, it was earlier. Okay, this was a February trailer. Different source. All right, what have we got here? Music is doing too much work. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. First we'll come back to this guy. This guy here. Okay. So, music aside, it's fine. It's fine. But okay, so we got the Elden Ring tree. We got the great tree here, stand in. Like, sure, could be a cool shot for something else that isn't this. They try to peek out the head in there, but it just doesn't show up there. And then we just have... This could be any ship from any movie there. Like, I could think of, like, anywhere between Master and Commander and Pirates of the Caribbean at night there. Until they finally... I was like, okay, now we're actually getting sort of a scene with the moon that never sets. And one of the shots of the thing going to the moon there, even though it eclipses, which it never does. Dart. Another edgy, broody dart face. Great. Who's this man? Ooh, spooky. But it's like, if you have reference to even disc 2, it's most like I guess they tried to do Zeeg. Because this trailer attempts to do a bunch of disc 4 stuff, and it's kind of the only thing that really does. So the only merit is that it's the kind of one of its own, it's kind of one of a kind in that regard. Yeah, this Rose. Like, yeah, this is a Rose who is terribly miscast in that regard. And they try to do this kind of thing where it's like, okay, there's something else going on. If you know, you know. So it's like, I get the intention. There is intention behind it. But for what cause there? And then we have this shot of Shauna that feels, I don't know, out of place here. It's like there's this strange cinematography to it that I feel like I'm looking at different directors. Like the first little bit here with like Dart and Zeeg is like a shot with like no director. Then you're getting like an amateur director kind of shot with this one versus kind of an all right shot focus with Shauna in the center and everything blurred in the back. Like, it's not great, but there's some sort of increase in quality. Labbit's looking over the sun. I guess they were trying to do something with in terms of hoax, but sure. Yeah, I suppose this is supposed to be hoax because of the church in the back. Because then I'm trying to figure out what the scenes are, and it's kind of rough. Especially when we got this part here, and I'm trying to remember. I could not say where this is supposed to be. Like, again, odd. What would be? It kind of. Oh, the shot back there. Yeah. I kind of get it there. Yeah, I agree with you there. It could be more like Celis. But then like this shot overlooking and like the sun rising there, that's a hoax shot. I don't know, maybe I'm putting too much credit into going like maybe we have some continuity between shots, because I will say it doesn't really work all that well. They just kind of go, I want a shot of this. I want a shot of this. Why? Because I like the shots. Which is annoying. So yeah, again, no idea what shot is going in with this, because I don't recall a scene that could be connected with something like this. Unless they're going with some divine tree angle. Then we got Black Castle, which is like, okay, at least it's like sort of got the Black Castle vibe going off of it. And they kind of go with like, yeah, you can go along the wall on either side. So got that shot there. All right, sure. God, who is this man? Who is this conglomeration of men? Is I'll say Michelle. Playing Dole. This, like, again, there's gonna be disc 4. Like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be Dole. Yeah, that definitely is Emperor Dole there. So at least there's a connection there. But again, like bringing him up, there's like disc 1 stuff, and then all of a sudden it jumps to disc 4, which is so out of place. Because I guess this is supposed to be Death Frontier. In the desert there. Shot. All right. Shot on the moon. I can't read this man. I cannot read him. Like, he's smiling. He's got that smirk. But then I'm like, okay, is that a smirk of... That could be a smirk of disappointment. It's like, this is an unreadable face to me. There's so many things that could be said with this face. Haschel. They don't know what to do with Albert. Albert is like several different people every single time. It's nuts. Well, there's Meru. Another terrible one at that. It's better. But the hammer in the back is just like, okay, I have one of those hammers at like the fun fair. Ooh, oof. Like again, like the faces are so familiar. I'm like, is this one of the Skarsgårds? He looks like he's like a reject from Vikings. Like, man. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. All right, and then we got the cities from disc 4. And there's like everything I've searched for, these are the only things that have ever been done for disc 4 locations. So again, one of a kind there. God. And then you get like this thing. Like, who is this? Who is this supposed to be? Because like it's not Shauna, and it's like if this is supposed to be Miranda, it's such a misfire. Like this is a banner for a terrible mobile game that you see on the side of a website. Like this is bad. This is bad vibes. And then you get like a cenote. Like this is some place that you would go on an excursion and swim into. Cool. I want to go. I think that's just a little bit of disc 3 Lloyd going on there. Another one of the cities. Like it's there for not long enough that it's like, oh, this is nice. And then when you pause it and actually look at it, going like, okay, why is the symbol melting? The symbol is melting pretty bad. She looks like a boss from one of the disc 4. Oh, if she's one of the executioners, like from the Lost City. But then again, like, why would you prompt that? Like, that is such a out of the way. Yeah, that's such an out of the way prompt, which I'm going like, no wonder it's that off because there's nothing to train on. It's just like, okay, make it. It's probably the one that only speaks there. But again, and you got Lloyd for half a second there. And like, there's a Velocity again. Symbol, random symbol down there. I'm like, I'm supposing this is supposed to be the Death City. But again, like the Death City is so closed off, and having like a big bit there, like this would have been trained off of the fly through you get at one point. Sort of. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be another scene there. I know where that column of light could be, but other than being pretty for the sake of a trailer, but never mind. It goes all the way up. Oh wait, because it's supposed to be the one that goes straight up to the moon and does its thing. I guess that's my guess. And then you get this I love these two shots back to back. It's just like, oh, wonderful, like hillside with all the sheep there. And then you got a random dragon. I'm going like, okay, he's going to feed on the sheep. All right, goodbye, sheep. Again, dragon, ew. Disgusting. Disc 3. This is supposed to be, again, Leningrad, sort of. What do they got there? No idea about what this forest is supposed to be. I have to go a little bit. I want to go a little bit faster with this. Again, this is all like trying shots and just kind of going like, well, I made this. I might as well use it. I guess this is supposed to be the mountain for disc 3. And then I look at this and going like, is this an editing error? Did they just overlay it and this wasn't supposed to be this way? And then, sure, couldn't tell you. And then it just really goes off the rails. Like, you got this massive thing, group of people taking a look. Velweb? It could be. It could be Velweb. I keep forgetting Velweb really doesn't like have the connection between it being like in that area of Gloriano, because it's pretty much glacier, and then all of a sudden you have just like wasteland kind of looking like desert. Yeah, maybe Velweb. Closest thing that I could do with this. But then you have like this, and I'm going like, okay, what's going on here? Who are these people? Let's ride on our hover bike to deal with this jawless thing. Hey. Ah. And then hi Melbu Frama. He's kind of trained off of like he's looking very Voldemorty, sort of. I'm like, it could be worse. Could be worse. It's really the only I can't think of another shot that has or thing that has Melbu Frama involved in it as of this moment. But yeah, that's that second trailer. Oh, yikes. Okay. So there is one more trailer to take a look at, but I'm going to change things up here. And we're going to take a look at the remainders of our wonderful shorts. We're going to get to my favorite short because I've been holding on to it. It's the first one I ever saw when I was taking a look at all the AI stuff and compiling it. And it keeps... I keep going back to it because it makes me smile. Yeah, so there's been a person who has been going through and recreating their favorite scenes, as it were. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to go... Oh, I disconnected. Come on, don't do that. Okay, hopefully nothing bad happened. Yeah, they've been just doing this for a little over a year, but it's been slower and slower as they go. And there kind of is a reason for that. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because as they've been going, like the first was really rough, but it's actually been smoothing out as we go. It hasn't gotten like completely fantastic, but better. So we left off with the Dole fight and ending off with that, which I'm going into it. Yeah. Shorts, thank you. Here we go. I'm not going to play through the whole thing, but it eventually ends with Rose using Death Dimension in order to put Dole into the X Zone, into the Phantom Zone, and Dart exploding him. And then he appears again, and the Dragon Spirit comes in, and Heschel just receives Orb, and that's the end of it. So, cool. All right, moving on to Disc 2, though. So dumb. I love it. Now, what was the date on this one? So the date on this guy was February 19th of 2025. So this was roughly a year and a half ago. So going into Disc 2, they were picking up pretty well. So this was on March 4th. So less than a month, they actually started off with Disc 2 there. Again, and I think they gave up on the favorite... Oh, no, they still have favorite scene 12, the fan made. Because now they're dealing a lot more with people. Like they weren't already, but now they're dealing more with them. Again, I'm going to go through it once through, and then we'll pick it apart. There's not as much as there was with Disc 1.
After counting 108 years, when the moon that never sets glows red, A moon child descends upon the earth to fill the world with holy bliss. However, what we really get is the spawning of destruction and fear. That is, the black monster. The mystery has yet to be resolved.
Okay, so yeah, they feel like it's very Mediterranean inspired. Like that's what they used in the prompt. All right, so you got 1, 2. What does it feel like? Okay. Oh, we got another like blob right here. And we got this guy. So it's like, okay, we're gonna put like the same 3 people in as we're going through different bits as we go. All right, Princess Emile, and then the pregnant woman. The first major thing that shows up is just, okay, we got Linus, fake princess, going and unhinging her jaw at the pregnant woman. It's got Anna Taylor-Joy, like, bits. Certainly. I see that too. But there's a bunch of other things going in there. Come on, you gotta emote, Albert. You can't just be like, ugh, oh my goodness, this is it. That is good line in a script. This is it. Yeah, they put like background, Santorini. Good, print it. And then, okay, so you got how many shots in like. How many shots? So we got 22 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. That third shot, just like, okay, we got this bit of like going to Fester's house, even though this has no cohesion. Enter into the tiny room. Surprised that I wonder how long it really took in order to like make something that even remotely resembles Fester, because you really only have the sprite to work with. So it's like, again, I will say that it's like, I don't like it, but I will commend that it does take a lot of work in order to build something from practically nothing to train on. At what cost? I have no idea. Well, there's a lot of cost to it. Was it worth it?
Moon that never sets. After counting 108 years.
Look at those clouds move.
When the moon that never sets glows red. A moon child.
This seems like it's taken like you have these silly like extreme zooms, and then it goes to like an actual explosion shot from a movie.
A moon child descends upon the earth to fill the world with holy
mixed in with explosion and then melting castle.
The spawning of destruction and fear. That is, the black monster. The mystery has yet to be resolved.
I will say the end bit there with what's shooting off there. Not bad. Not a bad effect. Like it's able to be done without AI, but it's not terrible.
Has yet to be resolved.
Nothing crazy about it. Okay, next up. I love YouTube Shorts so much because it just replays the same thing over and over. All right, time for my favorite one. The Mappy scene. I don't know. Maybe I've cut off again because apparently I'm disconnecting tonight. Oh, what a good time. So, Mappy. Running through the barrens. Go get him, Dart. And then all of a sudden we got Haschel right on top of him. Okay, good. Ah! And then like Haschel clobbers the cat. Also, it forgets what Mappy's like head is supposed to be in this shot here. And then it kind of shows up again. Whatcha? Haschel, you don't need to look cool. You're cool enough. Ugh. I will say, like, they kind of like got his hair. All right. Why are you disconnecting all the time? Okay. So. It even does like the Power Rangers jump noise. Foley guy asleep at the wheel. And he's like, yes, I have your apple. I have your pomegranate. Whiplash going right into it. Ugh. So yeah, and it goes really cool. I don't remember him having that many knives, but oh well. He's like, whatcha? Yeah, get in there, Rose. Like, how do you have this running here, and it has like screen tearing in it. Like, I don't know, like commit to the bit about it being a 90s bit, but if this is supposed to be a remake, we can do better than screen tearing. What is with that? Okay, what's that transfer? So she's coming in and then goes down. The sword disappears and then all of a sudden we have a whole bunch of things spinning around and up in there. And then it just decides, okay, I'm going to reimagine this. Yep, and again, they just like give up on what hand like the weapon is supposed to have, so now it's in both hands because forget it. Mappy needs a hug. I don't know, like he kind of needs a hug. He's gonna scratch you with his claws, but he needs a hug. Hold on, he's gonna poof into a smoke. I love that. Goodbye. Oof. Peak hallucination. We're still in the Barrens, but Dart's still thinking of the previous town, I suppose. It's my fault for not being careful. Anyway, let's move on. Shauna just posing. It's just like, yeah, I'm serious. All right. I love this one so much. This is my personal favorite because of just everything that's going on in it. Because Dart just kind of moves on. And in the back, yeah, the desert just constantly changes there. Cool. All right. Moving on to Danao. Look at the flowers. Okay. Dunno. And Meru. Oh, look at the people walking there. So, hot take there. With all of the different renditions of Meru, this is kind of the best one. Like, it's hardly a contest, but at least it's not like super Asian focused and Hoyo-verse focused in terms of dancer girl there. Like, some of it's a little off there, but at least they're kind of showing a little bit of spunky bits as we go. Mm-hmm. And then, so she does the punch, and it uses. Why does it use this? Like, that is so out of place. Like, this effect does not work. I love that this is the depiction of the Garrett gang. Like, these are just the run-of-the-mill bandits, is just scraggly homeless people. Stereotypical homeless people. Like, oh, how dare you? As it uses the transition again to go back to her as she continues using her flashing punches. As a pose. There you go. For anybody who likes that. What an exchange. What body language Dart is emitting? Because there's none. There's just none there. Also, it's like, are you one of the Garrett gang? Do you want me to smash you too? No. That's the only thing that Dart can say is no. Oh, this is complete nonsense. But I'm having fun looking at it and just going, what the hell is this? What hammer? Yeah, she doesn't like brandish it at all. Mm-hmm. We're trying not to be in the uncanny valley here. Dart has no Riz. Like, are we done with Riz? Is it now Aura? What's your name? My name's Meru. It's Dart. And then, again, okay, throwing... Where's Dart looking? Place your bets. Where's Dart's eyes? Also lip syncing. Hard to do. A bob. It's somewhere in the Valley of Corrective Gravity, otherwise known as a bob. If somebody would have voiced that and this was the only thing that was happening there, like that's the lip sync you get, oh, pay that voice actor so much money. Please. What else? Okay. That last little bit there, again, she's kind of the best rendition of Meru in terms of AI, but at the same time, you get a picture like this and go, well, this must have been trained off of someone who was doing cosplay. Because there are people who have done cosplay as Meru in the past. This feels very similar to it. So it's like, okay, no wonder where the training came from. It did come from actual people. Unlike, him, who would cosplay as King Zyar. Now, what is he supposed to be saying? Servant, bring the pass to him. Be careful. Also, my daughter, Princess Lisa, may have some words with you. What is that? Okay. Handing over the pass. So, piece of paper. And then it just duplicates into something else that Dart grabs onto, and then it fuses back together. And it's like, okay, Princess Lisa, let's meet with her. Does she say anything? No, there's no thoughts behind this face. That's the first step at least. All right, next. So, oof. Just when I think they're able to like finally get like a steady pattern going, now we have to do a lot more like dynamic scenes, and everything just kind of goes 12 steps backwards. I think this is where I found the thumbnail of just like weird amorphous blob Shauna, and that's where I got it from. Because man, does a lot of things just like disappear there. Like, God, every frame is a painting. A really stupid painting. Like, ugh. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, you can't make this stuff up. This is fun. I'm having fun. Oh, wait. Focus. There's so... What are these like, are they wearing like... Are we in Killzone? Is this Hellgast? God, what are these designs? Like, we just needed to fill things in here. We got like Desert Raiders in the background, and then we got the Hellgast showing up on in terms of their helmets. Going into random shots. Like, I have to pause so much because... Whew. Some part with breaking character AI. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, what's going on before we get to Shauna? Because Shauna is like my favorite thing in here. So we get back to the bandits. We get this blur shot. Okay, it's just supposed to be like a wipe away of just like foreground in order to see what Shauna's doing. And again, bows and arrows and AI, they're fun. They are fun. Like, look at how Shauna's holding that bow. She's ready. She's so ready to launch that arrow. You hear her strike back the bow? She's totally doing it with her mind. She doesn't shoot it. There's no sound of her shooting it though. There's a pull, but that's it. Good. Then Dart comes in. Yeah, there's only so much I was able to watch of that before I was like, okay, I have something else better to do, and I'm not in a headspace where I can just shut my brain off right now. I've given that series like so many chances. It just might not be for me. Now she's on a different pillar. Out of context, it looks like Shauna betrayed them and is working with the gang. And it's a gun now. It's a gun. The bow's a gun. Poof. Like, even these guys have gun effects. Even, like, you know, bows are just guns. Boo! What is she doing in order to get down from there? She goes down and she merges with the pillar. She's gone. Goodbye. Who's this? Who's this luscious-haired person walking up here? Oh, God, and look at that. Look at that jump. Look at that leap. Yeah, he's just strolling through. He doesn't realize that there's a battle going on. It's like you have that extra in a movie who was given no direction. Just da-da-da-da-da. Oh, she really tries to make contact with that pillar. That's just like... Yeah, like the foot's about... Wah! Ooh, that's bad. That's a bad pause. I'm gonna go away from that. I'm gonna go away from that. That's better. That's a little bit more... It's like the beginning of Disco Elysium where you don't know what you even look like yet before you look in the mirror. You're dealing with your primordial self. Ugh. Again, the bow is a gun. Shoot. Bang, bang. So, this scene doesn't exist in the actual disc 2 because you're pretty much rolling up, and yeah, you're supposed to be ambushed by all of like the bandits. Like that was supposed to be what it is. So I guess they're trying to make it a little bit more dynamic with putting all of the characters in there instead of you wandering around until the rest of the game continues. And again, Dart having two swords. Just because it's supposed to be afterwards, Haschel's supposed to show up. Mention the Rouge School. There's one of the gangsters. God, those... You walk up to the door. Okay, he walks up to the door. Again, there's supposed to be... Like, the scene is supposed to be, like, Haschel charging up in order to use his technique in order to break the door down. Unfortunately, this doesn't really give time for that because they decided to invoke more chaos into the scene. Especially when the weapons don't know what they're supposed to be. Which one? The flurry of things before it figures out what it wants to be. Like, look at that. It's just like, am I spinning around a blade, or is it trying to figure out what section of the hand the blade is supposed to be attached to? Especially that. Like, ugh. Yeah, this. First thing, I was like, yeah, the gangsters are not going to be using shields. So again, they're just like spinning knives around, but it can't really do the animation very well. A contact point that doesn't exist for Dart to come in. His sword gets all wobbly. There's his sword, and then it goes, and then it just scrunkles up. Like, that's a good word, scrunkle. It's definitely like that good old, again, Source, like Half-Life bit where all of the limbs are just like flailing around. What else I need? There we go. And then it appears again. Yeah, it has to like reform itself. Zoop. There we go. Now I have my sword. Sort of. It's having an existential crisis. Oh, what's going on here? There's so much to this. Ugh. There we go. And it's like, okay. I'm trying to pull myself back into reality. And again, what, like, is it it's supposed to be a dagger that's supposed to be thrown at Dart, which then he's able to block, and it explodes into way too many bits and has feathered kind of look with it. Ugh. Excuse me. Oh. And Heschel's charging up. Also, let's throw Meru into it. Try to give her a hammer. I think they change her hammer a bunch of times. Yeah, they kind of do. Okay, I feel like with this, like usually with AI, they give you like a bunch of pass-throughs and going like, hey, choose, like, we're going to give you some options, like choose them. But a lot of times when I'm seeing like AI stuff posted, they tend to not choose. They tend to just like take them all because more things equals more work done, right? Again, quantity instead of quality. So in this case, like you have, after Hashel charting up there, you have one opposing strike with Meru. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to use the second one too of her fighting there. And then I'm going to use the third, even though only one of them was really needed. Like, that's kind of how, like, that's how cinematography works. Where it's like, okay, Meru against Gangster, take one. But even when you do take multiple takes of a scene, you don't use all the takes. That's not how filmmaking works. Bonk. There's also 3 renditions of her hammer. Ugh. And then another really bad, like, again, same effect that they kind of used for, like, Mira's punching in the last one, except for here. Again, it feels very out of place. And then a first go through. It's really only able to train on the polygonal look of Garrick. It's been a Kong time. I've missed that because usually the subtitles are like nothing. That's a good line. That's a good line. I'm gonna take that right now and just like post that out of context. Hold on. It's been a Kong time, master. And then I'm gonna have his head in the corner. Check out for that on Blue Sky later. Okay. God, there was so much there. God, that's ridiculous. Okay, I think this is the second last one. Because this should be what, number 16? Yep, this is so this is the second last one that has been made. So from March, we're now into August. So between March and August, these have been made. So the output has gotten slower. All right, Garrick. Brady, long time no see. How you been? Okay, so much to unpack here. Oh my god. Oh boy. Ooh, okay. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. This is I'm smiling a lot, so I'm good there. All right. Okay, Garrick. So this has to go with the fight. We got this wonderful knife that gets to... Oh, you dropped it. You dropped it and your fingers. Oops. As it really loses all form and shape to it. It's just... Oh, now it's just a blob. Whoop. Now I have 2. With a little more refinement, even with this bit here, like it's primitive, but it could work if it was given a little bit more. Like this is what I imagine it could be without any storyboarding. Like give me a kung fu fight, side view, profile with that bit. Like, God, there could be something here. And then the Foley's not, like, completely off. Why he glows red there, I couldn't even tell you. Whatcha? And then he throws junk. Look at that. Look at all of that garbage. Dart shows up there, and... Yeesh. They're trying to do a tumble bit. Oh, I'll try. We're almost done with this. And then I can have a palate cleanser. We got Shauna. Weird zoom. So he starts off here. Then it weirdly jumps in. And again, it slows down enough in order to bring back the detail because most AI models cannot do things in high motion. I'm going to dance around him. I'm going to run over this way really awkwardly. I could see this as a kind of scene. Like I could. Just like Haschel really not knowing how to like move at all as a Dragoon. I could see that. That could be like a good characterization moment. Unfortunately, they don't really play into that whatsoever. Okay. It's coming in. And it looks like he's trying to like make sure that he doesn't fall over. Like, and then he uses it. So I guess they're trying to do like both. Like at this point, you might have level 2 with the Dragoon level. So it's like, okay, we got what Haschel calls the Thunder God attack. I don't know. It's kind of cool that we were able to see like him kind of get away from it, even though it forgets where we're supposed to be in terms of the fight because we're not in an open area. But it's like, yeah, I'm going to try and run away from the lightning as much as I can. Remembering that Mappy's around. What's that hand movement? Let's see that again. He's really trying to get in there. And that... Does he completely disappear again? So he flips around. And then there's this flourish. These bits here. Which I guess is supposed to be her sword, but it completely forgets that. Oh yeah, it completely forgets that. Whoa. Because it then turns into her wings just way straight out over there. Yuck. Okay. And then we got this bit. I'm going to come over, pin you against the wall, and really just demolish you completely. Like, ugh. Atomic Mind. Thank you. Yeah, Atomic Mind. Okay, thank you. Just trying to remember there when I was failing. Okay. There's his legs. And then they completely lose the plot. Ugh. Yeah, and then you get this kind of thing where it's just like trying to remember what it's supposed to do. Like, get back to reality. Failing. This is somebody's mind. This is a perfect representation of somebody's mind. Yee! I don't know what they're trying to do with Garrick here. It's like, what kind of power are they really trying to do with Garrick other than shows like, yeah, I know rouge stuff. Therefore, red. What the? Hold on. What's that ending? Bleh. Okay, this is just the lightning. I think this is supposed to be Thunder Kid. I think so. Like, not great, and then it completely explodes. I find that ridiculous. The woman in the castle, she's a fake. Dead. Death. Because, yeah, that's it. That's the end of the shorts there. But there is one more. Which they kind of abandoned the shorts for it because they turned the next one into a full-blown video for part 17 for the Linus fight. So they went from August and then went to... When did this come out? So we got the Linus fight. Let's move myself back over there. Part 17, Linus fight. Because this was in December. So between August and December, at some point or another, they were trying to work out this one there. And I will say, it's a glow up. It is a glow up. So they kind of are taking it really seriously at this point. All right. So let's take a look through it and see what we got. Okay. So, big improvement over things there. I don't think they share because there is. I have to bring it up again. What is that? They kind of did say, and I think it was back here. They said what they use here because it's not just like one program that they use. They use a combination of things, which I think they abandoned. They might have abandoned one of them because they went in order to make these. They use a combination of what's called runway. And I think they use that for a lot of the like the zoom in like character shots, as well as I couldn't even begin to pronounce this. Is either Hail Uo or Hey Luo. Hey Luo. But I think they gave up on one of them in order to replace it. Because this is remarkably better. Especially when they're able to put in, voices. Where they got the voices from, couldn't even tell you. All right. Good face. Like, oh, this is annoying to pick up. This is annoying. They did have to like repeat things though, weirdly enough. Yeah, weird cut.
You belong to me now.
What a face. It's a very traditional face right there. And the crown also not really fitting properly there. Now the thing is, like, if you're gonna have subtitles for what they're gonna be saying there, why would you not begin to like have them like say it? So I don't know. This it's something like I'm missing in terms of my knowledge with this, but I guess they're only able to get something from like a pre-existing pool would make sense to me. Because otherwise, if they're actually going to be saying, where's the moon dagger? I don't think there's anybody who's actually said that sentence like naturally in the sense of how they're going in order to direct a fake person to say it.
If you ever define me,
Because again, like it's just going into like random nonsense where it's like, yeah, we have what she is supposed to say, but I guess not able to deliver.
if you ever define me,
Your Majesty, who are you talking to, Dart? You see no one here. Let's see that again. So we got the hand there. That's it's weirdly smooth. I'll give it to them. Like the design is again like completely tacky, but and again we really don't get a sense of like what the actual design of the moon dagger is. But I don't know. The reveal of it is fine. Almost to the point where it's like, maybe I like it because it's so standard. It's like, okay, you've reached mediocre.
oh my goodness.
Again, I guess not able to get in any lines for what the subtitles are. You could have changed it to what they're actually saying.
Oh my goodness.
You could have had them say, oh my goodness, what happened? And they don't do that.
The kingdom needs me.
So again, if you're going to introduce voice acting, like make things match. That's not a difficult thing to do.
The kingdom needs me.
I understand, Your Majesty. You must rest. You must rest.
The hand movement.
The kingdom needs me.
I understand, Your Majesty. You must rest.
I don't know. The shot is fine. That's all I can really say about it. Like there isn't any crazy. The lighting isn't crazy, and the shadows are a little off, but not egregiously. Like the ones down here are fine, but over here, maybe it could bend like this, but I don't know. If the main light source is supposed to be right over here, clearly, and how she's backlit. I can't imagine like how long it took in order to like how many times you would have to run in order to get this depiction of Linus. because when I first saw it, like a couple months ago, I went, wow, this honestly could have been so much worse. So it's like, yeah, they honestly went, yeah, I want to get this right. So I was like, I commend that. Now maybe do something about Dart? I don't know. Because again, he's looking pretty D-list now. Does her face change every now and again? Yes. Like, keeping it consistent is going to be difficult. But the overall design is kept pretty okay. The punching daggers, like giving them a little bit of an upscale, works pretty well. Let's see where it falls apart though. Alright, I'm gonna try running. Look at she's running like a 10-year-old going like, look at me, I'm so fast. Hey. Yeah. Do. Like, she's dodging nothing. It's like she has a beef with the cameraman. Like she just cut off the arm of the cameraman and we're not able to see it. Punching daggers again lose a lot of form there, and Dart using his sword to bonk, to punch. Again, it's kind of like, ugh. Yeah, contact points. Like, I guess it's supposed to be, again, Dart with his right hand in order to strike. Left hand is supposed to be holding onto the other punching dagger so she's not able to use it. I guess that's the point there, but again, the contact points kind of lose it every now and again. Also, that last little punch there is just like a bonk, and then Albert gets done dirty there. What's happening with that spear? He goes in and strikes it. And then something comes off of it. What comes off of it? Yeah, just this random bit apparently appears. Huh. Comes in for the kick. Right in the face. Woo. Ooh, boy. Okay, that is... I think of all the moments of just like weight and impact there, I don't know, that one's up there. That one's pretty good. Ugh. And then the spear kind of ruins it though. Like the spear could have, so it goes up and then it disappears and then gets reformed and then gets dropped in all weird as he falls down. Okay, Shauna. Have you figured out how to use your bow, or are you still going to use it as a gun? Shots fired. Thunk. That means you're supposed to let go of the arrow, but you don't do it. You don't do it. And then she does. Way later. Like how many seconds is that? Oh, I need to hear the thunk sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds after the sound effect. Yeah, and then it gets shot, and then it gets broken into way more pieces than it should. Now, here's where the leanness model kind of begins to lose what's going on there. Again, the punching daggers stop being punching daggers. Now we got a weird scimitar thing going on. And she's also getting a little bit more plasticky there. So the detail is not being used. Yeah, Rose. Let's get that Rose run. I think the thing that they're still using is runway because yeah, this shot here, moving. Like, I don't know anything about the program. I'm just going by the title, but I'm assuming that runway is still used in order to get the actual models down. So they're probably using it with something else in order to get the action shots. Okay, one more time. Yeah, Rose, you go and run. Cool. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. This is why you don't put Rose in a dress. Now we're back in the uncanny valley. God, look at that face there. That is unsettling. That is an unsettling face. That is, if a cartoon was made of this, like a couple years afterward, you would see a face like this. I know I'm going to be seeing this in my dreams tonight because of how much I'm looking at it. It's just going to be like a pop in, and I'm going to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning tonight. Just going like, huh, Lena's face. Try hand to the glyph. Shauna's face kind of gets lost here. Rose too. This could be like, if they're thinking about expanding the fights and the effects there to have it encompass the actual setting that they're in and have a lot more dynamic movement, which would be ridiculous for a remake, by the way. Again, this is like a remake idea. This looks like it's about to hit Shauna in the face there. Again, Shauna getting a little bit more grizzled as we're going. Run! Run, you two! Albert's weak to magic. Albert's weak to magic. Get him out of there. Let's see that one more time. Because I think sometimes it's making Rose want to hold the weapon, and sometimes it's in the holster. The bow's doing okay. Run, you two! Also, Linus is not beating the jetpack allegations with this, because the punching daggers turn into like fighter jet wings. We lose the plot a little bit. Fly away! I think they kind of updated Meru's look a little bit. I don't know how I feel about it. Although they do make... This is probably the most solid hammer Meru is going to get for the time being. And that's kind of the end of at least this bit of the series there. It ends halfway through disc 2. There isn't anything else that has been done with this since December, since the end of the year. There has been no part 18. So there's one of two things happening there, because again, this is a notable step up from the previous parts. I'll give it that. So either there is a lot more happening in order to like up the quality as much as they can, or they kind of see the return on investment and go, I'm not getting much out of this, and probably like I can understand like not continuing with this, because a lot of artists is going like, I'm just gonna dump everything that I have here and see if something takes. But man, it's like I don't know how to feel about this. If another part shows up, I don't know, I'm gonna watch it. Like I am invested enough in order to see where this goes. But at the same time, I'm not going to be waiting around years in order to see this to its conclusion, because where is this going to be like 2 years down the line? What is this in 2028? I don't see what that could possibly be. Huh. Man, this is ridiculous here. Okay, couple more things to take a look at though. They bring back up. I said there was another trailer. So, the trailer. What if we're going? We're doing terrible things right now. And because this is in a weird format, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's in a really weird format, so I had to make a custom thing for this because it's not like traditional 16:9. What if not remake, but movie? This one is going back to October of 2024, so it's been a bit. And I don't know. Let's watch this. It's gonna make me wish that I did this earlier, but I kind of wanted to leave this separate because it's outside of remake and more into movie territory. Plus, it's something else that I want to connect to before we have our palate cleanser. All right, here we go.
Volcano! Summon 4 gods.
Gust of wind dance.
Here it comes.
A time of turmoil. An evil emperor attacking peaceful nations. An orphaned adventurer, Dart, returns home to the village that took him in, hoping to reunite with his childhood friend, Shauna. But he's too late.
It's just like before.
Join Dart as he rescues his beloved Shauna, which ignites an adventure that affects the fate of the entire world. And pursue the Black Monster, the fiend that destroyed Dart's childhood home. In the land of Endiness, a legend has passed down for 11,000 years. There was once a divine tree that bore 108 fruits, from which all the races of Endiness were born. Every 108 years, a moonchild is to be born, which will bring peace to the world. A grand prophecy, intertwined with the events that embroil the continent. In this time of need, a great power emerges. The power of the dragon. Join a group of heroes. The strong-hearted adventurer, Dart. Dragoon of the Red-Eyed Dragon. The dutiful knight, Lavitz. Dragoon of the Jade Dragon. Innocent and kind, Shauna, of the White-Silver Dragon. Aloof and enigmatic Rose, Dragoon of the Dark Dragon. The martial artist Hashel, Dragoon of the Violet Dragon. Bubbly Meru, champion of the Blue Sea Dragon. And the Giganto, Kongol, Dragoon of the Gold Dragon. As they pursue the conspirators who seek to bend the Moonchild to their own ends, uncover the mystery of the Black Monster, defend the land of Endiness from the fires of war, and put a stop to the true villain behind it all. In The Legend of Dragoon.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna finish. Just makes me cringe. Okay. Ever had a trailer that just like started up 3 different times? Because we got this. Like again, I come back to the question of what is this going to be in the next 2 years? When you look back at what we ended off with before, which is all this kind of shot here, versus like this was end of 2025. This was late 2024. And using this and doing like weird motion stuff. Volcano! Whee! Look at him go! No kidding. I'm gonna point out the narration because There's a bunch more examples, but I won't go through them all. But there's enough that I can
Volcano!
be picky about the narration.
Summon
What does Lizard ever do to Haschel?
4 gods.
And then there's Big Wolf. Like, look at Big Wolf. Like, this is okay. Technically, there is a Big Wolf in the game here, but this is not that.
Gust of wind dance.
Also, this is a disc 4 thing. I'm fascinated that they decided to do something with this, because when we get to this point, which will be in the finale of when I do this game, like, I have a lot to say about this enemy. It is a fascinating
Here it
enemy.
comes. Here it comes.
Also, there's a Dart, there's an Albert, there's a Haschel. These are not these. This is not him. This is not him. These. Yep. Good. Look at this chunky katana looking ass. Oh boy. Also, like, okay, this is the first 20 seconds. It doesn't have anything to do with the trailer. And it's way too long for those really annoying trailers, if you've ever seen them, of going like, yeah, you're about to watch this trailer. Like, it's starting in 5 seconds. I'm like, just show the trailer. Like, God.
A time of turmoil.
Okay, what's those? Again, I gotta stop it here, because he's grabbing onto the blade enough to bend it like rubber.
Turmoil.
Boonk.
An
Ugh. Also, this insignia over here, like, means nothing. It's just a thing. And also, shouldn't he be using it?
An evil emperor attacking peaceful nations.
He's not sure which direction to look. He's looking in 2 directions. He is hyper vigilant. Oh no.
An orphaned adventurer, Dart, returns home to the village that took him in.
Now, when it comes to the narration, okay. The thing I will give it is that it is safe. It is a safe narration. They chose a soft-spoken English woman voice to narrate it. Super safe.
Hoping to reunite with
I look at this also and go like, very Final Fantasy VII. Especially like, yeah, not beating the Cloud allegations with this one.
his childhood friend, Shauna. But he's too late.
And then, God, count how many darts there are in this thing already. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th different one. Like, we can't be consistent here.
It's just like before.
It's just like before. Also, what's on top of his head? What's up here? This is like the end of the animation cell that you're not supposed to see in a show.
It's like before.
Also count the amounts of different black monsters here. Who's this silhouette over here? Who's this charming fellow? Is he a servant? It looks like he's got weird horns.
Join Dart as he rescues his beloved Shauna.
Okay, we got another one here. Heading into Helena with a weird camera angle. Also, fade to black again.
Join Dart as he
Whoop.
rescues his
Oh,
beloved Shauna.
da. Like, couldn't that be edited out? Like, you didn't have to, like, fade out into black and then go,
Join Dart as he rescues his beloved Shauna. Which ignites an adventure that affects the
ignites an adventure. I'm like, yeah, sure. Again, super safe narration. Very AI created.
Shauna. Which ignites an adventure that affects the fate of the entire world.
Ignites an adventure that affects the entire world. Yeah, that's written by a human there. Look at that. Look at our magic stone. Oh, fantastic. Also, like number 8. Are we? This is number 6. Number 7 was him running. Different there. Number 8, where he has a high collar and a scar over his left cheek.
It's the fate of the entire
And number 9. Ooh.
world.
Yeah, zoom in on that. Look at the earrings. Look at the pointed ears. This is the over design, super glossy AI time.
And pursue the black monster.
Black Monster number 2. I find it super funny how we have the fire boob window.
The fiend
I find that
destroyed
super
Dart's
funny.
childhood home.
That is
And pursue the black monster.
that is ridiculous. This is this is absurd. There. Like,
The fiend that destroyed Dart's childhood home. In the land
So this is the third startup or second startup into it. Emitted in, but it's like there's the first fade out. Then we have the second fade out, third fade out into, I guess, the main part of the trailer now.
land of Endiness, a legend has passed down for 11,000 years. There was once a divine tree that bore 108 fruit.
And there's a bunch of divine tree bits you can find there. Like, this is the closest I guess they're ever going to get to making the divine tree, except it has like weird outshoots going on.
Fruits, from which all the
Well, there's a Giganto. Again, not Kongol. We saw Kongol later.
races of Endiness
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Look at this chap. Like, this is supposed to be a Minentos, isn't it? It looks like some punk rocker from the 2005.
were born.
He's ready for the Ren Fair. Oh, it's good. This is great. This is great. Shouldn't be here. Fairbrand, sort of. He's got a leg here. He's got a leg there. He's got a leg. Look at that! Look at that really stretched out leg. He's flexible. He's a flexible guy. And this is just like, after seeing Linus like here, like after seeing Linus here, a year and a half ago, Linus looked like this. From really, I would look at this 100 times before I look at this again. My God.
Every 108 years, a moonchild is to be born.
A little bit too on the nose. The moonchild, fully formed, comes out of the seed of the fruit,
Which will bring peace to the world. A grand prophecy.
and ugh. So the first time I saw this, first thing that spoke to me is, this is very Castlevania. Like, very Castlevania. But you know what it actually makes me think of? I don't know if I can find it. I didn't actually bring this up. Where? I wonder if I can find a shot of it or not. Oh, if I could right now, that would be great. Like, it's a really deep cut. It's like, I guess it kind of looks like this. That's showing. This guy. It looks like this shot. Because the next thing I thought of, which is like completely me brained, this is a shot of the castle from Nights in the Nightmare. again, big moon, super pointy castle. Like, probably not trained on it, but I'm like, that was one thing that came to mind with me. I'm like, God, how am I making that connection? But again, this is more like Castlevania. Big, huge blood moon. It's the moon, but red. Man. Nights in the Nightmare is a fascinating game. Absolutely fascinating.
Intertwined with the events that embroil the continent. In this time of
And this is just nothing. This is nothing.
need, a great power emerges.
This is filler. Like you have this ability and then you're going like, okay, I have this part of the script and I don't know what to put here. So I'm going to put just, well, there's going to be like seven stones. Okay.
The power of the dragon.
This one too. That is a bad shot. That's just a bad shot. Like that has not like there could have been more done with this. This feels like one of the last shots that was supposed to be made in order to just like get this done.
Join a group of heroes.
What's this guy carrying? Again, dart number 9? No, dart number 10, I think. Dart number 10? Because again, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, this is dart number 10. Carrying not a sword. But again, and there's dart number 11. From the backs, can you identify like all of the people who are here? Like you got Dart, you got like it's like with the hair, it's not Lavitz, so it's closer to Albert. Shauna, maybe? Meru? And then you got these two. Like it just filled in things. Like you got nothing. Like nope, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Heroes. The strong-hearted adventurer, Dart. Dragoon of the Red-Eyed Dragon. Dragoon of the Red-Eyed Dragon.
Here's 11 and 12, sure.
The dutiful knight, Lavitz. Dragoon of the Jade Dragon. Innocent and kind.
Yep, that's the same Shauna from over here. Isn't it? See, that's Shauna. Or is it that Shauna? Someone you would see in the Kingdom... Brought to you from Kingdom Come Deliverance.
And Shauna of the White Silver Dragon.
And then becomes someone completely different. Whoop.
Silver Dragon. Aloof and enigmatic Rose.
This Rose isn't that bad. Not that bad. Like second place to the Rose who's been consistently used in the longer series. But not a bad Rose.
Dragoon of the Dark Dragon. The martial artist Hash.
Then you get this Hashel of like, don't know about what he's wearing there. It seems like not enough. Like you caught him in the middle of the dojo, just like relaxing. And then completely different. Like, and again, he's trained, like this is a couple of faces put together here. But yeah, completely different.
Dragoon.
And also the transition's weird. Like you see the wing first show up in the foreground. And then it becomes in the... That is a weird layering bit.
Dragoon of the Violet Dragon. Bubbly Meru.
Bubbly Meru. Not a good Meru.
Champion of the Blue Sea Dragon. And the gigantic...
And it's weird how sometimes I'm going like, yeah, Kongol seems to just be weirdly passable. Like this is like half Dave Bautista in this one.
Kongol. Dragoon of the Gold Dragon.
And then... Again, I'm looking at that... I don't know, it's like... It's not the mountain. I'm thinking of the mountain from Game of Thrones. I'm going like, not really there. But if they were going to cast for an actual movie there, like, I don't know. I could see Dave Bautista playing Kongol. I don't know.
Kongol. Dragoon of the Gold Dragon. As they pursue
So I see this shot here of these two. I'm going like, okay, who are they? This is Lloyd over on the left. This one over here, I suppose, is supposed to be Dole. The problem is that for the AI training, they're kind of taking from, again, there's a lot more Square Enix taking in from here, because this is very Final Fantasy 15 coded, like Lloyd mixed with Noctis, and maybe a little bit of, like, again, this is 2024, so maybe a little bit of like 16 as well. So it's like it's Lloyd, Noctis, and Clive all mixed together to make some thing.
the conspirators who seek to bend the Moonchild to their own ends.
But then I see that and go like, okay, this is supposed to be Dole. So that's not Dole. Who is that? Super unnecessarily loud sword clinking sounds. Roar. Roar. There's another dart. Completely different Lloyd. Roar. Who are you? Why are you so
Uncover
angry?
the mystery of the Black Monster.
Black Monster number 3. Let's put him in armor now this time. He's also weirdly gigantic and superimposed.
Defend the land of Endiness from the fire.
I love this fire, like, that's up here. That's doing things, and
Defend the land of Endiness from the
that
fires
fire
of
that is
war,
not moving.
and put a stop to the true villain behind it all.
And it looks like this part is like cut off, like we're dealing with a green screen. And this is as far as the green screen goes. Like, don't put your hand outside of here, because then your hand gets cut off. I think this is the only depiction of Diaz as well. The Emperor Diaz. In. Then we get this. Also, hey, another dart. Ugh.
Legend of Dragoon.
And a completely different woman. That's not Shauna. I will not. I'm gonna like this personally, but I'm not gonna give this a like. I'm not gonna like this. Boy, look at that logo. That is work. We're working on it. Not final. Not final with it. But the thing is, like, this is not the only thing that has been created. There's a lot of different, like, cinematic AI video game trailers that have been made. Because in here, I'm not able to see all of it, because way on the right is Legend of Dragoon one. Beside the Dragonlance, the first book, they made one, and right beside it on the other side, passed on the right, is a Final Fantasy VIII trailer. But yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics, Octopath Traveler, Final Fantasy VI, Mega Man X, Breath of Fire. The Chrono Cross one is wonderfully funny, because if I didn't know the runtime, there is a moment in this trailer that I really started laughing at, because, again, the narration really thinks like something happens with it. Like, I'm gonna watch the Chrono Cross one.
What if you could travel to another world?
Because, man, it's funny. All right, Surge.
A world where you never existed. And see how your life affected events, in ways both big and small.
Surge? There was a boy with that name, but we lost him long ago.
I was starting to listen to this part here where they were starting to list off Like, we got Serge, we got Kid, we got Lena, we got Glenn. I'm going like, if there was no control over like the creating of the script, it would just start listing off every single character you could recruit in Chrono Cross, and I found that super funny. Like, it's like if this trailer was not almost 2.5 minutes, again, I use trailer like lightly. If it wasn't 2.5 minutes, this could have gone on for like almost 10. If it was just like left out of control completely. Like, oh my god, it's completely ridiculous there. I just love the people who they also list too. Like Kid, important there. Guile, like, if you know what's going on with Chrono Cross, like, yeah, Guile is kind of like more important if you kind of know like what his potential, like the conspiracy theory behind who Guile is and his connection to things there. Lena's only important because at the very start, like, you're doing stuff with her, but she falls off very quickly if you've ever played Chrono Cross. Glenn, kind of important, except you can completely skip him, like, depending on what path you take. And then you get back to Fargo and like, okay, yeah, Fargo is going to be important. Like, if you're going to make something, like, he's going to be involved no matter what you do. So the choices there, fine. I would have loved for like them to kind of do this narration for a lot more of them, because then it kind of gives up.
Pirate extraordinaire. Along with many others, our hero.
See, there's Mojo. There's the Grobek, the cyborg, who's looking very very yassified.
Heroes cross paths with along the way.
Some of them I'm even trying to remember who they are. Because, yeah, this feels like Kid again. But if this is supposed to be Leah, like, they kind of aged her up. And that's just Guile again, without the mask.
Join.
And what the heck did they do to Draggy? Oh boy. Oh, Draggy, you were done so dirty.
As they confront the villain Lynx, whose influence.
Also, Lynx. Oh, poor Lynx. You were also done dirty. Like, Lynx is a solid design, and it just did not translate.
In a reality,
like, Lynx isn't a cat. Lynx is.
Where Surge's kind heart used no ripples that held back tides of darkness. Uncover the.
And that Dragon's Tear is a little bit longer than it should be, and also some of the dragon statues are losing it a bit.
Secrets of his mysterious lieutenant,
swirly dark energy,
whose powers seem to defy space and time.
That's weird. Again, uncanny, weirdly uncanny. If this was like an oil painting somewhere, I think I would like it more. But it's just weirdly uncanny.
Explore remote islands never touched by human hands, and meet grand dragons who've watched silently over events for.
And again, one of the big things about the dragon designs in Chrono Cross is that they are very distinct. And this one removes their distinctiveness. Like, the Sky Dragon in the middle is not the Sky Dragon. The Earth one on the left is not the Earth. Water, also not. What's going on here? Up in the top, I don't know. Yeah, they had such distinctive designs, and they did not translate whatsoever.
Eons. Discover the mysterious fate engine that hides in the.
It's also like the trailer also goes too far of just like, okay, you go here, you see these things. Look at the big face. That isn't supposed to be like connected to a wall at all, but whatever.
That hides in the heart of the deepest corners of the breathtaking archipelago. An underrated masterpiece RPG with an epic sweeping score, now adapted for new audiences. Chrono Cross, a journey across time and dimension.
Ugh. Okay, so. That one's fun. That one's funny because of how much it had to really like bring in the reins in terms of Chrono Cross. But there's a whole bunch of other ones within this in this bit here. I find the funniest one to be that they did a Dragonlance one out of nowhere. Like, sure, all right, that's very connected to me because of how many Weiss and Hickman books I've read. So it's like I watched it at some point, but it's also, I don't know, kind of bland for what it does there. Okay, lovely. I'm gonna put on some music once again because, again, that is kind of the end of this whole bit with the Legend of Dragoon AI and what we have. Because, yeah, apart from like little bits and pieces going around everywhere, there's not much else, which I guess is good. Like, they put it out there, they threw it out there and went, okay, this isn't working. Or it's really not amounting to anything. Let's go do something else. And again, ultimately, I don't really know what the direction was for when it comes to this. Like, if there's a remake ever, like, is it gonna ever look like anything that they're really thinking about? It's probably not gonna do that. Alright, so from there, here's what I'm going to do. We're doing a palette cleanse. We're gonna look at some real things. And with that, I'm gonna go to a little bit of a scuffed kind of thing that I do in here. Oh, there's my hand. Oh my god, here's my scuffed hand. I get to play. I get to play all of those different channels that do this kind of look now. play. Choose which one I'm kind of doing right there, but I'm gonna be all scuffed as you look at my wonderful mat that I'm working with here. So I mentioned at the beginning of all this that the Legend of Dragoon did have merchandise connected to it. Not a whole lot of them, but there was a set of things that was created that had a limited run that is kind of hard to find unless you were really like looking and going like, okay, with the game, was there anything else coming out with it? And there was. And while I do have a bunch of it, it's not in the best condition because, again, this stuff is hard to find, and finding it in like really good condition is just like ridiculously expensive. I got lucky. I have a full set, but we get to see how it looks. I'm going to start by showing off what this looks like. So, way back in 2000, from, I guess they're called BBI in terms of the corner there was a Legend of Dragoon action figure line. And in box, I was able to pick up a Shauna. Here. Oh, look at her in the box there. And these are actually quite like well built for the time, and the amount of things that come with it are quite fascinating. Unfortunately, with every other one that I have, like, they don't come in box, and I'm missing so much of the accessories there. So, like, Shauna comes with, like, her bow, the quiver, and 4 individual arrows that you're able to work with, which is fascinating. And in terms of the work that I have there, and I'll show what's going on here, because I do have a second Shauna out of box, so I'm able to look at that, is that they do move. They are articulated in a bunch of different ways. I'm going to hold off looking at the back because it kind of spoils like what the lineup is if you don't know what the lineup is. But I will kind of show off the side here where they just literally say New Age action figures for the New Age RPG. Back in 2000 from, Blue Box. In 2000. So, Shauna's one of them. So I'll start with her out of box. So here she is. Oh, lovely. Because, she's pretty good. And she's pretty, like, they are substantial height, too. Like, I do have big hands. And she fits, like, pretty much the length of my hand there. Her hands are her feet and legs for this one in particular don't really move all that well. Or at all. They're not meant to move in terms of her being able to like stand upright. Because these are figures that are also supposed to be freestanding. But with her arms can like completely articulate, so you're able to put her in different poses. From her shoulder there, her wrist is able to move. So that kind of works out lovely there. You need to get a close up on your face. There's your face there. Oh, come on. I gotta do one of those like beauty ones there in order to like actually show off there. Again, this is scuffed. I don't have a professional camera in order to actually show this off. I might put up some pictures there, but you're able to hook up her bit there. She does have a little bit of a divot in order to put the quiver, at least on her back. If it was to get it off there. Yeah, you got a nice Shauna there. You get a little bit of neck motion, so you're able to kind of move her around there. Unfortunately, because these figures are 26 years old at this point, some of the plastic does feel a little bit weird now. It is degrading, unfortunately. So it's like I feel like I have to use some of these with gloves just because of how I'm feeling them with my hands. So we got Shauna right here. And I'm going to go in order of from like least egregious to most egregious in terms of the ones I've collected, when I was able to collect. Because I do have a full line, except they are not perfect. So Shauna's pretty decent, and again, all of the like the accessories for the ones I have loose, I never got the accessories. They are long gone, lost to time. I would have to find like new inbox ones, and they are very hard to find. I'm gonna move on to Rose. There's Rose. There. Rose actually comes with movable like legs. Her legs are able to move. So you're able to put her in a couple of different like slightly different poses there. Even make her do the splits as they go there. Her pole, like even her like shoulder pads, they are freely like movable. They are connected literally by a little bit of rubber that is still on there, and I'm afraid of actually moving it too much because, again, the rubber is 26 years old, so I'm wondering how much it's going to degrade over time there. I love her face, though, because her face kind of literally is the face that we're going to see in Disc 3. It's giving that. So I look forward to it. Even has her headpiece there on both sides. That's lovely there. Her accessories are not around. She comes with less, because I think she's also like she does come with her weapon, but unfortunately I do not have it. And then also from her waist, she's able to like completely move around in 360s. So yeah, so she's able to do that. The Rose, from what I've seen in terms of my search, like way over the years, because I've had these guys for quite a long time. The Rose and Shauna ones are arguably the most common ones to actually find. But again, the longer you wait, the more expensive they kind of get in terms of price there. Like the last time, like I want to say like 10 years ago, if you were able to find one of these guys, like one of these two, it would probably be, and I have to go by Canadian, like $60 a piece there. At least inbox, because I know I got my inbox Shauna for 60. All right, next one is Dart. I got Dart here. Again, his pauldrons are around here. Same kind of setup. Again, just like a wonderful piece of rubber that's just holding it in place there in order to freely move. His hair's kind of okay. He's got a like no feeling behind the eyes. He's all right there. They really tried to get his armor kind of in place there. He's a bit two-toned awkwardly in the arm. Like this arm and in terms of going up to his shoulder is completely different there, but completely articulate. And able to move weirdly from the middle of his bicep. So it's like it's not from the elbow that he's articulated, which is kind of weird that they did it that way. But yeah, he's completely asymmetrical. Also was supposed to come with his sword, but unfortunately I don't have it. I love the work on his boots. Like the boot work is actually quite good. It's actually quite good there. He even got like the different tones and whatnot that was going on with their knee pads. He's articulated in terms of the entire knee joint is able to move around there. So he's kind of different compared to the other ones. So that's all right there. And then he's able to move. And then he's able to move pretty well. Can he move from his waist? He can do the same thing as Rose. So he can be all weird too. Yeah, that's Dart. So he's kind of okay there. Again, hair is a little bit awkward, but what are you gonna do? So there's our 3 guys. These guys are the most common because the other 3 are when you get into the more rare ones. So it's like in order we have Shauna, and again Shauna is not someone who can move from the waist because of her cinched. So we got Shauna, we got Rose, we got Dart. I'm gonna go with the next one. Actually, the next one is gonna be probably the rarest one. It's definitely the hardest one to find. But in terms of my collection, it's the last one that's in kind of the best shape, unfortunately. And that's Kongol. They made a Kongol one in terms of the list here. Like, it's not including all of the characters. There's only 6 that was made in the line, as we'll see there. But they made Kongol, and he is massive. He is a massive, thick guy. Like, he completely envelops my hand. They even got like the ring kind of on both of his fingers in terms of the different designs in there. Like, yeah, it focuses terribly. They even got like the veins that are going off of his hands there. Unfortunately, like, again, the rubber kind of went off there, so this pauldron doesn't hold on very well. And this one's holding on for like dear life. But at least I still have it there. We got that bit there. His face, though, we're getting into weird faces. He's the beginning of the weird faces that we're gonna see there. Able to move from his waist like the other 2, but not all the way around. He has limited movement. His head kind of moves, but is very rigid. And then his arm is able to move there, but only from the shoulder there. And lots of vein work that's going on in terms of his arms. Supposed to come with an axe. Don't have his axe, and don't have any of the accessories for these guys. Come on, show me that ring. Come on, for fist. No, you're not gonna. There's not much like actual detail on the ring, but I just kind of wanted to show it off a little bit there. His boots are like massive there, and they really tried to do the fur pattern on the whole thing. So yeah, like he's a big guy. So yeah, there's Kongol. It's very rare to see a Kongol like loose or in box anywhere. So it's like I was glad I was able to get him in terms of even him in terms of looking that good. That's really good because the last 2, unfortunately, have some parts missing to them, not just their accessories. And then the next one, a long time ago, I probably posted this on Twitter like over a decade ago at this point. Because the next one is Lavitz. You can notice that a part of Lavitz is missing. He's missing an arm. So when I got him, it's just like, yeah, when it was posted, he didn't have an arm. He's supposed to have his lance there. And unfortunately, like, yeah, his arm does kind of just pop off like that. So when I'm looking at the other figures. I'm guessing the other arms can pop off as they go there. His hand is also able to like completely move on its own. So he has a movable hand in terms of arm, and then from his arm is able to move in some directions, but it hasn't been moved in a while, so it's very, very stiff. There, we got the belt loops. There, I don't want to open up that arm there. Yeah, look at it, the stump. We got wonderful armor there. But the biggest thing is his face. That face. Why has he got to be so angry? He's got to be so angry. Angry boy. Why do they got to do that to Lavitz? Like, I suppose when it comes to like the actual like emotion that Lavitz shows during the game, the most obvious one to find is the face that he makes before he gets killed by Lloyd. So it's like, this is the face he made before he died. He even like tried to do the insignia that he has on his armor is kind of also there too. His boots are fine. That works there. And again, he has knee joints kind of like what Dark does. That's kind of lovely. Unfortunately, he is missing his arm, which was not included when I first got him. But I did have to absolutely had to get him when I got the chance. Which means the last one, which is the one I honestly want to find another one just because there's so much missing from him. And because he's the most fascinating one for his accessory. The sixth one is Lloyd. And I'm just going to show off exactly what he looks like because I cannot hide it, much like Lavitz's face. Here's Lloyd. So, he's kind of missing something. Apparently his hair can come off. And that's because Lloyd has the most interesting accessories. Because Lloyd has a removable headpiece. Because you can make him into the hooded man. So it's like getting two figures in one. So you can get the Lloyd from when he's revealed, or what he was in the tournament, or you can actually show him off as the hooded man, which is fascinating there. The other thing is that he's also missing an arm. And the reason for that is because he comes with a normal arm, but he also comes with the Dragon Buster. And the thing about the Dragon Buster that's very fascinating, that really isn't shown off well in the game, is that the Dragon Buster as a sword is very special because, and I'll get into this when I'm talking about Disc 3, the Dragon Buster fuses with the user of it. And in a really weird, like fleshy, veiny kind of way. It doesn't really show off very well in-game, but with the figures, if you were to try and look up the figure online, you can kind of see it very clearly how the Dragon Buster kind of connects with the user because of what it works there. Is the Legend of Dragoon's artwork is strangely, I don't know, body horror? There's some body horror elements to it that kind of just get like passed by if you're not paying close attention. Apart from that, like the other parts in terms of his arm, he's like wonderfully toned. Weirdly, like he's kind of a little bit jaundiced, but that's the white balance I have with this camera here. Again, not too great. These are weirdly soft. The belt loops there. They're not like Lavitz's, which are really firm. So these ones have a lot more give to them, which is like alright design. Completely different material, I suppose. Completely like twistable, movable, bendable bendable legs. And his head is able to completely move 360. Can his head come off? Maybe I don't want to do that on camera. But yeah, like of all the unfortunate ones, like Lloyd is kind of the most unfortunate one, and I would love to get one in box just to like have those accessories there. But again, Lloyd is difficult to find. Anybody who's going to be like popping up a listing there. I'm lucky to have the set that I have. Because again, who's looking for Legend of Dragoon merch? Apart from me and like maybe 5 other people in the world. So yeah, that is the wonderful collection there. So if I go back to the inbox, Shauna there, we can kind of see what's going on with Lloyd. It's not really clear, but it's right there where you can kind of see, it's like, yeah, we have that section of the Buster Sword where it's supposed to be connecting to his arm. And that's the part that's kind of grafting the Dragon Buster to the arm there. So Lloyd, whenever he's using the Buster Sword, kind of loses his hand, which is a fascinating thing to do there. So we can kind of see the accessories that are kind of missing there. So Rose has her rapier, the quiver for Shauna that's kind of there, the spear that we're missing for Lavitz. Dart has his sword down here, and then we have a really notably large axe to make Kongol even bigger than he already is. Like, man, it's ridiculous there. As well as a bunch of screenshots just going like, hey, look at our cool game. Including just like some key art that we're using there. But again, a fascinating thing. Still on the hunt for Lloyd though. In order to get a good one there. Because I don't know. Bald Lloyd ain't looking too hot. Bald Lloyd ain't looking too hot. Alright. So, well, I wanted to share that. There. Oh, there's another thing that's actually on the side here that I completely missed with Shauna. On the Shauna, way down here, you can kind of see what you're able to do with Shauna. She's able to hold the arrow to the bow there. So yeah, you could do that with her if I ever wanted to unbox her. But I'm going to be one of those people and just like keep her in the box. Because it is an official licensed product of Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated. It is. Ah. What lovely figures. Yeah, they're not cheap. And they weren't built cheap either. These are bulky and substantial. They're absolutely bulky and substantial. So, lovely guys. Lovely guys. Pretty good. Pretty good guys. So with that refreshing bit there, that is kind of, unless like we get a huge deluge of AI stuff by the time we get to the end of Disc 3, this is kind of the last time I'm going to be talking about this kind of stuff. Because there's not much more to say or really look at in that regard there. I don't know what it's going to look like. The landscape is constantly changing. A lot of things have been made and then dropped and then been made unpopular, and people have moved away from it, which, yeah, I completely get. But when it comes to it, I'm like, yeah, is there really any merit to it? Is there any merit to this? To making this kind of stuff here? Does I have to change my aspect ratio again for any of this? At least we don't have stuff like this anymore. Maybe at least we figured out this bit here. Ugh. My goodness. My goodness. Look at this. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. All right. Okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm good, though. I'm good. Let's leave it on a good Lena shot. Ah, Lena's so happy. So happy. All right. That's going to do for me, though. weirdly am feeling like Fridays are able to work all that much with my schedule right now. We'll see if that continues or not, and it kind of has to be this time. So yeah, maybe expect the next stream to be next Friday at this point. Like, I can't guarantee it. Maybe something will come up, but it might be around this time. I'm not getting into disc 3 again. I'm not getting into disc 3 yet. Taking a break from Legend of Dragoon. I'm gonna play something different. It's gonna be PS1 related though, and something that I've been meaning to play for myself for a long time, because it was a game that I was gifted. Because it's like, yeah, you should absolutely play it, and I haven't yet. So, a bit of a, let's say it's a bit of a classic. It is from a well-known person in the history of creating video games. Not in the current space, but way back when. Very French. Let's just say that. At least the developers are. I might be wrong. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you for something completely different next time. So until then, take care of yourselves. See you next time, everyone. Bye. See you later.